Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Comedy Podcast. My name is Adam Quaslow. And
I'm more pious.
more pious.
I said more pie, please.
That's like Morpheus?
More pie, please.
There was like
Morpheus, more pie, please.
Wasn't I think there was a Pope Pius. That was his name.
Pope Pius. That's a guy.
I think he was an asshole though. I think he was like a mean pope.
Let me tell you a little secret. All the popes are assholes when you get to know them.
Yeah, you're very pious.
I know all the popes.
You look like you could be no, you'd be like a Eastern Orthodox. Like,
Yeah. I'll be a.
I just picture you with like.
If I turn trans, my trans name would be Friar Tuck, and I would tuck my penis in.
Yeah, Eastern European like people that are like bishops or whatever. There's fat and they have beards and they just have a bunch of cool jewelry that they wear.
Jewelry.
Yeah, and they were like, I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about Greek Orthodox, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is that not what I said?
I didn't. I was thinking of that Friar Tuck joke.
Yeah,
I was putting 100% of my energy into getting that.
They like Eastern Orthodoxy. Yeah, like what Rasputin was kind of a part of, but the whole religion hated him.
Well, they were Russian, right? I think the Greek Orthodox. And is there a Russian?
It's just Eastern Orthodox.
Okay,
it's pretty much.
I don't know about that religion. There was some of those by me where I grew up, but I never like interacted with them too much.
Yeah, I think it's just it's another spin-off of Catholicism.
Yeah,
it's just
but they're definitely not the same. They have a ton of differences. I worked with a lady, and they had just like different holidays and shit.
Yeah, they have like Greek Easter. They do.
Yeah, what are they, gyros?
Yeah, I think they eat a lot of lamb and olives.
Okay.
The Greeks do, and then the Russians eat nothing.
Okay.
The
Russians eat a potato.
Or like rocks or something. Probably.
Just one potato.
Potatoes. I mean, potatoes are good if you make them in fries.
We have one potato for whole village.
We make one fry per person. That's what like.
And then they still turn out jacked like the guy from Rocky.
Yeah. When I mean, like during the times in Russian history, so all of Russian history, when everyone's been starving, they have to ration the potatoes and the fries, and everyone just eats one or two.
They live in Asian Antarctica, and they're freezing, and they're starving. There's no food up there in Asian Antarctica or whatever the fuck. Asian,
all they have
the Asian North Pole.
Yeah, imagine living in Siberia up there.
Yeah, in Siberia.
That's like the really cold part. Mm-hmm. That's where they have like the fur hats.
They don't have dirt to eat up there.
Yeah, I know, but they have. That's why you don't fuck with the Russian winter.
Yeah,
because they have those Siberians that'll come down and they'll get you.
Yeah,
the Siberians.
Siberian tigers.
Yeah,
are those people Siberians?
Yeah, from Siberia.
Mm.
So I sometimes when I have like a drink, like an alcoholic drink, I like to have a side beer in, like a sidecar type of thing. Side beer. Siberian. Yeah.
Oh, side beer. You're a Siberian.
Well, I don't buy a shot. I don't buy like a beer with a shot on the side. I buy a shot with a side beer.
Yeah.
So they call me a Siberian.
What do they call that? A backer or something? Pickleback?
Yeah, no. I know what you're saying. When you get a shot with it, it is like a backer. Or
sometimes they give you like a fourth of a beer when you order a Bloody Mary. Have you ever had that?
Yes.
You get a Bloody Mary and they just give you like a little cup of beer.
Oh, let us know, YouTube. What's that called?
Yeah.
It's not backer, but that's very close to what it's called. Trailer.
Humpback of Notre Dame.
I know what a pickleback is. That's when you take it's whiskey with pickle juice. That's fantastic.
That started after I quit drinking. People swear by it.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
It's good, yeah. And I'm non-binary, so I don't even like pickles.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're pickle Jewish.
Yeah. Tommy Pickles is not non-binary.
From the Rugrats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a good show. I still watch it.
I was making fun of someone the other day saying they looked like Tommy Pickles, and I can't remember who it was.
Was it a bald guy?
Maybe.
Bobby Bones, maybe?
Oh, no, I think it was our cat. Because our cat Cran wears a diaper now.
Yeah.
And she's really She's really got like bad balance. She's always like falling down and shit. And I was like, she walks around like Tommy Pickles because his feet were always like pointed inward.
Yeah. And then is Chucky's the ginger one?
Yeah.
He looks like kind of like Shaun White, the snowboarder.
Yeah, I guess Shaun White kind of looks like him.
Carrot Top.
How old are the Rugrats now?
Do you think Chucky grew up to become Carrot Top?
He grew up to be Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
I don't know.
That's kind of crazy.
I feel like Carrot Top existed at the same time.
That's my favorite band. That's my favorite band.
The animatronic band with Chuck E. Cheese. I always loved the band from Celebration Station. We didn't have Chuck E. Cheese. We had Celebration Station. Do you ever go there?
That sounds very poverty, though.
No, it's the same exact thing. Actually, I think it was better. It had go-karts.
All right. I'll do.
Did Chuck E. Cheese have go-karts?
I'll do a poll and let us know which one's more poverty, folks. Chuck E. Cheese or Celebration Station?
I mean, I think I could answer this right now. Did Chuck E. Cheese have go-karts?
Yeah, sometimes.
What?
Depends which one you went to.
Okay, well, Celebration Station had go-karts.
Yeah, well, did they have the best pizza in the world when you were a kid? It's probably not good anymore.
I don't remember.
Well, everyone remembers Chuck E. Cheese's pizza. It was good.
I like to go to Shakey's when I was a kid. You ever go to Shakey's? I don't even know if they exist anymore.
I don't know what that is.
It's a chain. It was like a buffet, and then they had a arcade in the back. And the buffet had pizza on it.
No.
We just go and we would get the buffet pizza, which was basically frozen pizza.
There was.
We go to me and my little brothers just be stacking up our plates with frozen pizza.
Yeah. So like, some bowling alleys just have like tombstone pizzas they make.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the best. There's a place
fucking Pony Inn pizzas like that. Pony Inn pizza where I do Beer Belly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice. Frank and Mary's does that too.
Yeah. Jim was doing that at North Bar back in the day. Shout out to Jim.
Shout out Jim. Milk Breath. I was thinking about this.
He's not around anymore, so we just are stuck on Milk Breath. That was like the last joke we made about him.
Well, no, so
he's just a milk bread on his tombstone, like.
No, I was thinking. I think he was driving Uber for a while.
Okay.
And I don't know if he does anymore.
Hopefully not the Uber mensch.
He probably got zero.
Jewish.
Well, he probably got 0 stars because he would have really loud music playing, and then he would try to have conversations really quietly to the passengers, and his car smelled like milk.
If I know Jim, every time he gave an Uber driver a ride, he probably asked him to carry a bunch of chairs downstairs.
He made them do favors for him.
He has them to do fucking favors,
Yeah. Ask them to do like on stage tech work that they have no idea what the things mean.
He would just with no qualms at all, just be like, "Hey, can you do something for me? Carry a bunch of chairs downstairs."
Yeah, I was a gym slave.
Yeah,
he compensated me later on when North Bar was closing down. He gave me some full bottles of
chairs.
liquor.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, he gave me like a handle of tequila and a bottle of Malort.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, and a bottle of vodka.
I was trying to work like the door for him in security, and also wanted him to book me on the occasional show, and so I was like, "Yeah, I'll carry the chairs."
There's still nothing where North Bar was.
Yeah.
So, Jim, you should talk to them and start it again. I think they just didn't want something loud down there for the tenants.
I think that they sold the building.
They did.
The people who owned the building.
Yeah,
so it was like,
but he could stay there if the new owners would allow it.
Oh,
because I'm sure what he would do is he would.
Are they turning it into apartments?
So he was the business owner, so he'd pay the owners just rent for the spot, and then, well, I mean, I don't know what they're doing there.
I don't care. I hope it fucking burns.
Yeah,
I hope they all burn in hell.
Mm-hmm.
I like to
burn
the bridge.
Burn bees and bees. As Bernie Sanders is
Applebee's
as a bee.
Oh,
Applebee's started because a guy found an apple and had a bee in it.
Yeah,
instead of a worm.
I heard that story.
Yeah. It was actually Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed. Okay.
Yeah. He did a lot of Apple stuff. He founded Apple also, the company.
Apple?
He founded Apple and
Steve. I thought it was founded by Steve Apple.
That was his friend. Steve Apple killed him.
You know what's crazy about Apple is Apple was the from the Bible. It's a big Bible thing.
Yeah,
it's Adam and Eve.
Well, no,
not Adam and Steve.
No, it's Adam Addison and Stephen Haas having sex in the Zany's bathroom.
Because Eve got the apple from the tree and she ate that shit.
Yeah, and the snake was like, "Don't do it."
Yeah, the snake was like, "Please respect your husband."
Yeah, the snake was like, "Don't eat the apple."
That's the real story.
It's got to be in it.
Honestly, did we get the snake side ever? Because Eve sure came back and was like, "The snake made me do it."
Well, yeah, the snake.
I didn't have anything to do. I don't have free will.
Yeah, the snake was Satan, I think, and she wasn't supposed to do it. And then something.
But snakes got punished in that story.
Well,
according to that story, that's why snakes are forced to slither on the ground. So I guess also snakes used to not slither.
Really?
According to my CCD class when I was in elementary school.
That's kind of cool. That's probably true.
Man was forced to work the field, and then women got periods. Well, that was all our different punishments we got for eating from the tree, good and evil.
Dude, St. Patrick was cool.
And now women want to work the field? It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. What do? You get to hang out if you want. You idiots.
Haven't you already done enough eating that stupid apple?
Yeah. Yeah, you ruined it. Eve ruined it for you all. Just accept it, okay? Oh, speaking of snakes, St. Patrick, this is a true story. He expelled all snakes from Ireland.
Yeah. No one has seen a snake in Ireland ever since.
I know.
Wait a minute.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think he just ran around with a machete and just killed them all. It was just like a snake genocide.
Did you ever hear that thing about snakes? And I think it was in India somewhere that they were
on an airplane.
If you killed snake, they had too many snakes. So they made a rule that if you killed snakes, the government would give you some money.
That's awesome.
So people started farming snakes so they could kill them and turn them in. And now there's like more snakes than ever.
There's always stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like with gun buybacks too. A similar thing has happened. Whenever the government tries to do like any kind of bounty or reward for something, people find a way to make it fraudulently, make everything worse.
They're like, how can I exploit this? Yeah. And it's like, they do that at all levels. That's what corporations basically do with the Senate. They're like, let's move down the regulations on, pollution or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, let's find a loophole. The loophole is I'll pay this guy, the senator.
I saw a video of these guys. They went to a gun buyback thing that was going on in the state. They were just offering like a little bit above what the buyback was offering to people. That's the thing. They got kicked out like right away. Like, we'll buy them from you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Distributed them back into the schools.
Yeah, it's one of those libertarian videos.
Yeah. Those videos got to be fake, I feel like. I feel like there's got to be more videos where people get their ass kicked by the police that people don't put online.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? When people fight the cops. They fight the cops by being like, it seems like a huge inconvenience to them.
Yeah.
They're like, here's how you could fight the cops. You just need an extra 3 hours every day.
Yeah, I know. It's so dumb.
Extra 3 hours every day to deal with the insane amount of bullshit they're going to put you through.
Yeah. You could just like if the cop's on bullshit, first of all, just be polite like you would to a normal person if you get pulled over, as what the problem was.
When the cop comes to the window, what you do is you press your gun against the door. I've seen this in movies.
Yeah, what people will say to do is just to roll the thing down like just a tiny crack, because you have to put it down a certain amount, but only like it. So they say
you got to look up the state regulation for how far you have to roll down your
Someone
window.
once told me they gave me this business card. It's like a lawyer business card. And then like it says on the back, like, all I know my rights, blah, blah, blah. It says it all, and the cop reads it.
List of all your rights?
Yeah. That's a thing that'll make a cop search your car if you have
Yeah.
Like, just be...
Cops are never like, oh, hell yeah, I love the Constitution too.
Yeah, just be a normal guy and...
Let's talk about our favorite amendments.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're black, they're more likely to search your car probably.
Yeah.
But... just don't be one of those people that is like, I know my rights.
Yeah.
Because that's 3 hours of your day. You might get shot. Like, there's no reason to do that.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then it's like it's not like they can't fuck you. They'll find a way. Like I was watching some I was watching some soft white underbelly. Do you ever watch that YouTube channel?
No. Is that your belly?
No, Soft White Underbelly is a guy who just interviews like a lot of homeless people on Skid Row and like drug addicts and shit.
It's like the Aaron Chase podcast.
Yeah, it's like Aaron Chase is basically doing that with comedians, which is funny because he thinks that comedians are as sad as drug addicts, like depraved homeless people.
Yeah, no, I've seen a few of those.
There was one with a guy who was like, he was a cop and he wouldn't like turn. He turned in another cop and then they just like fucking ruined his life.
Yeah,
they just kept coming after him, and they could just be like, "No, we got a complaint that you have like a kidnapped child in your house," and then they just raid your house. They're like, "Sorry, that was our information."
The worst.
You can't like do anything.
The worst organization to be a rat at is the police.
Yeah,
it's worse than being a rat in the mafia or in the cartel.
Yeah. I'd rather just get killed than what the police are going to do to you.
Yeah, the police will get you.
They're going to put you in jail with all the guys you arrested.
The other police. There's police everywhere. Yeah. And then it's like, yes, get rat on a cop. Like, yeah, like, okay, let's kill him.
Yeah.
Cops everywhere will. It's the fraternal order.
Also, the psychology of a police officer, I think, is like way scarier than the psychology of a mobster. Like, as just an individual.
Yeah.
I feel like
it does depend on the person, though.
Of course, but I think on average, I think your police are like power hungry, like idiots. Yeah. Whereas mobsters, I feel like they kind of fall into it by, like if they had opportunity and stuff, they'd go do whatever, but then they had to find another way to make money. They're just into money. Cops are into power.
I don't know, but a lot of think about it, probably most of the mob organization is probably just like bruisers and people that want to beat people up like loan sharks and shit.
I think it's mostly people. I feel like those guys exist are less. I think it's mostly guys trying to make money and hustle.
Yeah, I think
and then they get a couple muscles.
The sociopaths are the ones that make it to the top,
right?
And then
of both organizations.
You're right. Yeah,
of all organizations. Yeah, of every company is headed by.
Does that mean Obama is a sociopath?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah. To some extent.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as he got done with like being president, he tried to go like with Netflix to be like, he might be like a narcissist or something.
Yeah.
He wanted to do like, isn't he doing like Netflix, like movie stuff now?
I have no idea.
Or TV stuff? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, once you're president, you can make millions of dollars the rest of your life doing anything.
Yeah.
People will have you on anything.
Whether you could do whatever you want,
especially if you're the first black president.
I feel like when you're done being president,
Donald Trump's the second black president because his
melatonin,
his orange melanin.
Yeah.
But
I was doing that joke for a while. I think I stole it from Adam Boughton.
He was
is like after it was Obama, then Trump, and then after Trump, I said I'm a single issue voter. I just vote whether or not. I'm just whether or not the president's white. I just want there to be a white president again.
Yeah,
I used to say
during
Trump.
One thing Obama kept doing after he couldn't stop doing it, but even after he left office, he kept just drone striking weddings in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I think
it's a thrill, He's addicted to the thrill.
He loves it. Yeah, he's like.
So now he's getting like a contract militaries to go down there.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the government anymore.
Yeah, he just has Blackwater drones.
Yeah,
he just pays for Blackwater drones because he's like, why use like a normal civilian drone that you just like take pictures with when you can use a drone missile bomb?
Hell yeah, dude!
On a wedding.
I got a movie rec for you, Badlands.
I have a podcast rec for you, Bad Comedy.
Badlands is about a drone pilot.
Badlands. Can you write that down to remind me of?
Yeah. This is funny. I hope somebody watches this.
Badlands.
It was sick, dude.
No, I take your movie recs.
Yeah, which one have you watched? You never take my movie recs.
Yeah, I watched Bone Tomahawk.
You already wanted to watch that. I just reminded you.
Yeah. And that's why I watched it. And
also,
I
heard it's an alt-right movie, and I'm still trying to figure out how.
I don't think it is.
There was so after I watched it, I went on Letterboxd, and the most popular review was like, "While I at first had given this a good rating, I now realize that this is all just a 4chan something or other. Like there's some like hidden alt-right message in Bone Tomahawk."
Well, the director is definitely a right-leaning guy. Because he also dragged Cross Concrete. So.
I don't even think that movie was right-leaning. I disagree with you about that, I think. Well, I think there were characters in it that were like right-leaning, like the cops and stuff. but I thought that they were sort of making fun of it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was just like, to me, it was more like, not like the overall philosophy was right leaning, but like saying like there are really people out here who think these things.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he was. I love that movie.
I think they accurately portrayed cops very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
I thought it was a more
at least like OG Asian cops.
And also, they didn't do what a lot of movies do, which is like they give they're like usually written by liberals, so they give like them straw man arguments. Like the cops will have bad reasons for being shitty, whereas these guys had like good reasons for being shitty.
What's a straw man argument? Is that when you like you're arguing about the scarecrow or something?
Yeah, pretty much the guy, that fucking guy from Wizard of Oz. Pretty much all his arguments were straw man arguments. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I was
scarecrow.
I was thinking about this. What the hell is what are existential questions? What does that mean?
I was thinking about this. Who came up with the name for a scarecrow? They're like, we built a guide to scarecrows. What are we gonna call it? I don't know. Call it a scarecrow. How fucking uncreative.
I'd imagine it's
the least creative man in history.
Is probably a Native American.
I am. Hey, I do. Hey, they call me runs with buffalo. I do run with the buffalo.
Yeah,
I am what they say I am.
I'm guessing some white guy on the frontier made one, and then the Indians were like, "What do you make this for?" They're like, "It's for scaring the crows." He's like, "Oh, scare crow." What are existential questions? I feel like I can answer any existential question.
Do you want me to ask some?
Ask me an existential question.
Well,
I'll answer.
I think I'll start with the big one. What's the meaning of life?
It's to have fun and to do comedy.
Interesting.
Next.
I disagree. I actually think the meaning of life is to get money and pussy.
No, well, get money and pussy also.
Oh, okay.
But
then I guess we're in agreement.
Yeah. Ask me another one.
All right. How do you lead a good life?
By just living it up.
Okay.
And saying, what do I do?
Yeah. I believe
like people.
I believe Ricky Martin answered this question a long time ago. You live in the Vida Loca.
Yeah, you live. Yeah, you live a crazy life. That's right. And be gay.
I turned to Ricky Martin for most of my existential questions.
Yeah. So we don't need philosophers. I can answer every question that anybody wants. What? Give me another existential question or an unanswered one that people debate.
What is human's nature?
What's our nature?
What's human nature? Is that one?
I would say human nature.
I don't have internet right now. I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head.
What is human nature?
Yeah.
That's too broad of a question.
Oh, I got one. Is there a God?
It depends how you define God.
Oh, that's a good comeback. Here's one. Do we have free will? Is this existential?
Yes.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I saw the movie.
Then how do you explain Eve when the snake told her to eat the apple and she just did it? It's like, don't you have free will, bitch?
Yeah. So she was just being a dumb bitch.
Yeah. You know who doesn't have free will? Hot chicks when they get around me. They just come under my spell.
I saw there's a movie about a whale.
The whale?
Free will.
Oh, free will.
Yeah.
Is there a lighter in here?
I can find one.
You saw Free Willy?
Free Will, I think it was called.
Free Will?
It was
yeah, it's a Will Smith movie.
It was
after he got slapped and went to jail. After he slapped somebody, and went to jail. I held up a sign that said Free Will.
I think it's who's that one guy, Sam. He's a philosopher or a
Sam Harris.
Sam Harris thinks we don't have free will.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which we do.
Sam Harris also thinks that Muslims are gonna like try and take us over or whatever.
Yeah.
Sam Harris he thinks Muslims are the boogeyman.
He's so confident about the shit he says.
He's fucking nuts. I mean, I haven't looked into his shit since I was in college.
Yeah.
He got really big when I was in college because he wrote a book about being atheist, and it was like all over YouTube.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Sam Harris? First of all, we have free will. Second of all, there's a God probably.
Sam Harry ass.
Yeah, Sam Talent Harris. Any other existential questions?
Let's see.
I literally know all the answers to any question that
you're doing well so far.
Philosophers could ask.
I'm not surprised, but you're doing very great.
Well, I'm God. That's how I know there's a God.
Yeah. Existential questions. So, like, existential question. Oh, how about this? How
Why are we?
What is our essence?
What is our essence?
That was Jean-Paul Sartre.
What is the human essence?
Yeah.
The human essence is to be a being, but the goal is to have a lot of guala and drip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and jury.
Yeah, they say that existence precedes essence.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have essence until you exist.
Yeah. Right.
I like how they'll say like existence precedes essence, and it sounds like holy fuck.
Yeah, they say.
And what they're really saying is you have to exist in order for us to talk about you.
They just try to.
It's like what are you're not saying anything.
Exactly. They just say words that like seem complicated together, and then it's more like poetry than it is like philosophy.
Yeah. And that's where you get guys like Diogenes and shit.
Yeah.
They're like pissed at these philosophers.
Yeah.
Are
those the sophists?
The
Justin
he
Golak,
was more like
the Justin Golak.
He was more like the original troll, like Diogenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing he did is
I guess we're sophists.
He like what was his thing? He's like
listeners, sophists are like the opposite of philosophers, right?
Sophists, yeah. Well,
or they try to disprove
in sophists.
Logic.
So back in sophists were like a job you could have was to be a sophist back in the day, and a sophist would basically teach rhetoric to politicians. So it would teach them how to talk because everything was democratic, and they go in the Coliseum and argue. Mm-hmm. So you would teach them how to basically. Be like one of them talking heads on the TV for a political show where you're trying to make your argument sound the best.
Yeah.
Basically, because you're doing that in front of everybody and then you vote on a law.
Yeah. It's like that movie where Will Smith and Zach Galifianakis are running for governor or something.
Yeah. The campaign.
And there's that guy. Yeah. Who's that actor?
I don't remember. I saw it a long time ago.
He's in mostly action movies. I don't know. They all look the same.
Socrates said the problem with sophists is they teach you how to make the weaker argument the stronger.
They do. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you have to say simple stuff in a convincing and a captivating way.
It's also like that movie Thank You for Smoking.
I love that
where
movie.
the guy's arguing like smoking is good.
I love that movie so much.
He's basically a sophist.
So they're lobbyists.
Yeah. I think lobbyists would
be
use
the modern
this
sophist.
sort of. They use rhetoric to try and.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about lobbyists too is they also maybe use money or like bribes.
Yeah.
To convince you, which I don't think. I think sophistry is more just about because you're going in front of everybody and making an argument.
Well, I'm sure there's some bribes back then.
Yeah.
Some gold.
Yeah.
Remember when I
always call Justin Golak a sophist because all his jokes are like. I remember he was doing a joke for a while.
Littering's good.
Yeah, he'll argue littering is good. Or he had a joke for a while, legitimately, like being late is better than being early. Mm-hmm. That was his joke, and his joke was like, "Here's the reason why: is because you could make someone late, but you can't make them early. Like if you're late, everyone starts with you, so you're kind of like in control."
Yeah,
and then somehow you're like, okay, yeah, being late is good.
I disagree with him. I like. Well, it depends what it is. I like being early, the first one to a party. And then being the last one to leave. Overstaying my welcome.
I love being at somebody's house for as long as possible.
Yeah. Just to see how long I can overstay my welcome.
I have a lot of trouble leaving before everyone else.
Me too. A lot of people just Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Some people just.
I kind of have to Irish goodbye. Otherwise, I'll stay later.
Some people get social anxiety and just Irish goodbye. That's never been me. I just stay there and drink as long as people are drinking.
Sometimes I do Irish hello. I show up and I don't talk to anybody. I just go sit by myself. I do an Irish hello.
Sometimes I do Irish hello. I walk in and I say top of the morning to you, and it's evening. Evening. Did that come from
top of the morning?
What are some philosophies we can come up with?
Some new philosophies or what?
Yeah, with some new.
Or you want some more existential questions?
Let's come up with some philosophies.
Okay, well, there's I think there's generally like there's sort of like logic, which is like the tool used to do philosophy.
That's
also considered a philosophical field because you could study logic.
And then Logic Pro is a computer program.
Logic Pro is a computer program
for making beats.
And also, there's no women who can study logic
or Logic Pro.
They're completely incapable of using that program.
Yeah.
Also, there's a program called Reason. They can't use that either.
No. So there's logic and reason. So do you have to have logic and reason?
Generally, that's what you apply to philosophy. You know, philosophy is like applying logic to certain things.
Is it mixing logic and reason?
Yeah, reason is a part of logic. You know, reason is like, you know, your evidence.
So it has to be yeah. Well, I thought the logic is the frame of it. And
it's the structure of your arguments, yeah.
Yeah, and then the reasoning is the fluff around it.
Is evidence, but you know, like a structure of an argument is you provide a argument and then you provide reasons. So reasons can be a part of logic.
I like to have arguments and not have any evidence behind it.
Yeah, that's called illogical.
But not if I keep going with it.
How does that work?
Well, I guys come up with fake reasons.
Oh, well, then you have reasons.
Yeah.
There you go.
But they're fake reasons.
Yeah.
Just to upset whoever I'm arguing.
Hey, man, nobody said that just because you're being logical doesn't mean you have to be being truthful.
That's true. I thought so. You know how I've been.
That's actually a thing I used to teach symbolic logic. Did you know that?
I know you taught like some philosophy shit.
Yeah, and one of the things I would teach them is you could have a valid argument, but it could be all lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you look like Socrates.
Yeah.
Or Plato. Did they look the same? Were they both fat guys with beards?
I mean, I think everyone in ancient Greece looked like that. Don't they just look like the guy at the fucking gyro store?
I'm pretty sure every Greek philosopher was a fat guy with a beard, with a white beard.
Actually, I don't think any of them were really that fat.
I think they were.
I mean,
because all they did was sit around and think.
Socrates was like ex-military.
Yeah, but
Socrates was said to be like he spent so much time on philosophy that his clothes were falling off of his body because he was so dirty and he didn't like ever change his clothes. Like that's the thing they said. He also never wrote anything. Everything about Socrates was written by Plato, a student.
Really?
Yeah, he just talked to people all day. And he annoyed people so bad that they said, you either have to leave town or kill yourself. And then he killed himself. That's the story of Socrates.
He's like a Japanese guy.
They took him to court for being annoying.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild story.
Is it because he would like just preach all this like philosophy to the Senate or whatever and stuff? And they were just like, shut up.
I mean, the story according to Plato is he went to the fucking... mystics.
I took a philosophy class and I totally forgot the difference, like what their differences in ideologies were.
The real story of Socrates, the story of Socrates, according to Plato, is Socrates went to the mystics, and the mystics told Socrates, "You're the wisest man in the whole place." And Socrates says, "But I don't know anything."
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Well, if I'm the wisest man, I'm gonna disprove it." He goes back to town. He goes, "Who's the wisest man?" He goes, talks to that guy. And then he uses the Socratic method where he keeps asking them questions about what they believe, and he proves that everything that they think is stupid. Like he's just annoying the shit out of them. He's like, "Oh, so you think that?" He goes, "You think that our morality comes from God? Well, who made the rules? God, or did God just say the rules because the rules are already good?"
That's so
are the rules good because God says they're good, or are they good? Whatever
I would do whatever they did to him. Yeah.
So he goes around. He does that. He keeps asking, "Who's the wisest guy?"
So probably to all like the nobles. Yeah. And they're like, "This guy sucks."
And then here comes this famous saying. He goes, "Okay, I would talk to all the smartest people in the world, and they don't know shit, but they think they know something. The only reason why I'm the wisest man is because I know one thing that I know nothing."
That's the dumbest quote of all time.
Yeah, the only thing I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah, and then
that's Socrates.
And then they're like, okay, KYS.
And they're like, all right,
time to KYS or leave.
They accused him of believing in the wrong gods and being an atheist. He goes, how could I do that? And they're like, it doesn't matter. We all agree.
Yeah,
we all agree you're stupid. You're done.
We just needed a reason.
They also accused him of corrupting the youth because I guess a bunch of kids watched him do this and then they started doing it too.
Yeah, well,
like
dude,
he started trolling.
I mean, dude, that just reminds me of a kid who doesn't know anything and trying to learn. It's like, Dad, what's a star? It's like it's a thing in the sky. And it's like, what's it made of?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so annoying.
That's Socrates, man.
Yeah. That's the worst kind of person.
Then,
they're just, everything you say, they one up it.
The thing is, though, like at the end, he acted like he was so logical, but all they said was you got to leave town.
Yeah.
And then he made all these weird arguments about like how Athens is the best place in the world, and if he can't live there, he'd rather die. And
yeah,
he killed himself. But it's like, dude, he was like super not logical.
Well, I mean,
or whatever.
Where is he gonna go? Sparta? Do you think they're
cities?
Do you think they're gonna put up with his annoying shit?
Yeah, they'll probably kill him anywhere he goes.
So fast.
One thing I always thought about was funny about Socrates too. He's like in his 70s or something. Yeah. He's got like a family and kids who he just never talks to.
Well, I feel like
they're never mentioned.
At that point, I feel like Athens would be the place that would be the most open to like the most liberal to ideas, like shit like that. So they would probably put up with it the most.
Yeah.
But you go to like one of the smaller city states or whatever, or Sparta, they'd just be like, "What the? Shut up! What are you saying? Are you going to rejoin the military or?"
I mean, he was in the military.
I know.
Socrates is.
Yeah, but then he just became annoying as shit.
Yeah.
But what about Plato? What's his whole thing?
Plato was Socrates'
he invented Plato, right?
Yeah. He loved moldable clay.
Yeah, that's cool. And then
I don't really know anything about Plato's life except he wrote down all this Socrates shit.
Okay, gotcha.
And like because he was also a teacher, a lot of people think he like really embellished to make his books like more educational.
And then Herodotus was the first historian.
Herodotus.
I don't know. Tom Holland talks about him all the time.
Oh yeah, those guys existed way before all this.
Okay.
Those guys were like that was before philosophy. Okay. I think that was when people were like, "Oh, why is the river work? Because there's gods in the river that are pushing the water and shit." Yeah. And then there was this guy Thales of Miletus, who's considered the first philosopher, who said, "I think everything is made of water." But the reason why he was considered first philosopher is because he didn't use gods in his argument. He's like, everything is kind of moist. You ever notice?
People were
He's like, I see the water flowing into the ground and out of the ground was one of the things he said.
People were so dumb.
Yeah. There was no science yet.
Why do we
This is the invention of science. This is the invention of non-God explanation.
Why do we study these dumbass philosophers from back in the day? We're way smarter now.
Well, Heraclitus said everything is made out of fire.
What's his name?
Heraclitus.
I'm not going to listen to a guy named Heraclitus.
Heraclitus.
Heraclitus. You know what? I'm also not going to listen to. Actually, I will listen to Herodotus.
Xenophanes was pretty cool.
What her hot tits? Her hot tits.
Her hot tits. I like that. Yeah.
So I joined the
Lincoln Lodge.
Oh shit! I thought I was wearing my FBI hat. I have an
female body inspector.
I wish I had my total fail button. No, but I was thinking about the ATF. I want to join the ATF because the ATF is ass and titties finder.
I like that. What time is it? I can't see.
3:26.
Okay.
I'll check IG if you want to.
Yeah, I was just curious about their if they message you back.
Anthony said will do. He said okay. So I guess they don't need the address.
Yeah, I texted it to them. They're good. All right.
Back to
Heraclitus, Heraclitus.
Back to talking about how people from the people that we founded our ideals on suck.
I put a finger in a fanny.
Yeah,
fanny.
Those guys can all shut up because I follow the Bible, but word for word. I guess the 10 Commandments is a good framework for like laws.
Ari Shaffir has a good joke about the 10 Commandments.
I mean, that's all religion is like population control. But
I watched this anthropology guy say that. It was a population studies class.
Dude, we might have to delete this episode. We're being too smart.
Yeah, legitimately, I know like a shit ton about philosophy, and it's weird to like dust off that part of my brain. Yeah. I haven't said anything smart in years.
Oh fuck. Yeah, no, let's get away from this.
I like weirdly just want to go more. But it's like it's a bad path.
That's way too smart for this.
It's always cool when you know stuff and other people don't. But when you know stuff and other people do, then all they do is try and like outsmart you. They're like they try and be like, "Oh, you know that fact? Well, I know a fact too." And then it becomes like
it's always
super irritating. Yeah.
Me and you.
I almost became a philosophy.
Me and you like to one up each other on history.
One of the reasons why I didn't keep going to school for philosophy was because I went to a few of these like philosophy parties in my college where all the teachers would go, and one of them would like present on something they're working on, and then the way they talked to each other afterwards was so irritating. It seemed like they were all posturing and competitive about like basically about how many books they read. Because it wasn't about like they didn't come up with shit. They're like, "Did you read this book? Because this guy says this."
That'd be the worst. That'd be the worst party to go to, is a party of philosophers. Or
there was a few cool ones that I loved talking to one-on-one because I liked learning about it. But to actually make new philosophy nowadays, is brutal.
Or to like go to like a communist party meeting, or or a libertarian meeting.
Hey man, I'm telling you, all the same thing.
A meeting of any
these are all the same.
A meeting of any ideal, if it's based on an ideal that you're going to.
Well, this was like a school thing, so it's just all the people who were studying that.
No, I know, but
it wasn't so much like like those ones you're trying to change the world, those political groups.
Okay, well, I guess a party of the party is not for communists, but it's a party full of communists. Yeah. That's all they want to talk about.
The only kind of party you should go to is when it's like called like a party. And then you go there and you get drunk.
Yeah, and
at most you want to go to like a birthday party.
You just want to go like Brandon Kiefer's house.
Yeah. You want to go to somebody's house
and stay up till 5 a.m. with a bunch of degenerates.
Preferably the house is full of smoke, so you kind of cough when you come in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna stink tomorrow with smoke.
And then there's like a guy who talks really slow and he's tall, Zach Albers. And then you get so drunk that you just stare at somebody across the room, and they're so drunk they just stare back at you. Yeah, well, they're on ketamine, so they're totally cool with it. See, that's a party.
Now that's what we're talking about.
See, yeah, we don't go to parties where people talk about like things that might exist.
People would get kind of drunk at these philosophy parties.
Kind of sucks. It's like what if this is the case? This is all what ifs.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What do you want, the answers?
I have the answers.
You have the answers. I mean, honestly,
philosophy is a dead art.
I guess.
Because I know the answers to everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm God.
Kanye Mack over here.
I mean, Kanye is a false idol.
So what do you think of John Hickok getting your goat on that show?
Doing what?
Last episode I was here, John Hickok got you all mad at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I mean,
tune into patreon.com for that. We didn't do any ads or anything.
Oh yeah, we will.
This is my ad for patreon.com. John got Mac a little steamed, I think.
Yeah, he got me up. Patreon.com/badcomedy for all the guest episodes. John Hickok pissed me off because he lied and said I bombed on a show, which is absolutely not true.
Can we get the footage for this? Is this coming out ever, or we just drop it?
I told John I wouldn't put it out.
You found it though
because of his jokes. Yeah. Yeah, but
because John bombed.
I mean, he didn't do good by any means. I remember having I had to console him after the show. I was like, I mean, he was like kind of down after it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I think a lot of your jokes are more like club jokes, so they might not like in the bar room, whatever. But I remember I followed this guy who crushed.
For context, they did a show in like the southeast side of Chicago with like a shitty sports bar with a very like working class Mexican audience.
Yeah, but that audience, it's always a lot of the same people, and they like me. So I do, at minimum.
I honestly didn't think it was a lot of the same people the 2 times I went. It seemed like different people.
Did the biker gang go both times for you?
I don't think so.
The biker gang was there once for you, right?
I don't remember.
I think they come if I'm on the lineup because they've been there every time.
Fans.
I have fans. Yeah.
We should get them on our Patreon.
And it's a biker gang.
Patreon.com.
They said they...
Come on, guys. We'll teach you how to use the internet.
They loved Hickok after they found out who he was. They weren't laughing at his jokes so much. Though.
Hickok Anonymous?
I mean, but...
remember that joke from Big Daddy?
He for sure... Yeah. He didn't do well on the show.
Okay.
And I did better than him.
Yeah, but who was taller?
He was. But once John walked on stage, all the black people walked away.
Yeah. If I was a black guy, I would be very frightened when he walked in the room.
Yeah.
In fact, I've seen a lot of black people be frightened when he walks in the room.
Yeah, my first off-the-cuff joke was me talking about how I was a BD because I wanted to, because the black people were already hot from the comic prior. And I got them good there. They're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But yep, John Hickok did bad on the show, on the PD's show. I did well, but it's a good audience there. The only problem is they have like noise in the back sometimes. There's like a playoff game going on.
Oh yeah, it's like a sports bar. And half the bar doesn't know a show is happening.
Yeah. But he definitely does have regulars that come.
I think I did pretty mid last time I was there. Ricardo did good.
He always has like
Ricardo Angulo.
He always has at least 15 of the same Hispanics that are there.
Yeah.
I think it's like his wife and all of her friends, and then you get the biker.
He's got a wife. He's got a kid. Yeah. Shout out to Petey.
Yeah, Petey's got a kid. Shout out to Petey Rodriguez. Love Petey. Shout
out to patreon.com/badcomedy.
Yeah. Oh, and I found this website.
Don't tell me.
It's a club.
Pornhub.com.
I've been found that one.
Imagine you found it just now. Like, dude, this is going to blow your mind. There is pornography. There's people having sex in video.
And it's all free. But yeah, before I plug...
I've been losing thousands of dollars a year on this shit.
Before I plug what I was about to plug, how awesome is it that porn's just free? And there
is a cost, but it comes at the end of your life when you go to hell for watching it.
But it's so funny because, like, I don't know if there's any way for them to be able to make it not free.
At this point, they started OnlyFans, and that costs money.
Yeah,
it's confusing to me how you'd go on there, but somebody told me it's because they it's more of like a stripper relationship where they like talk to you and personalize it to you.
Yeah, it's for
yeah. Well, that sounds even worse to me. Like, I don't want to. I'd prefer to just be in shame about this. I don't want to like walk away like I have a friend now.
No, that's the lamest thing. That's for like really like lonely people.
Okay. But people are making tons of money on it, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of lonely people.
Shit, dude, we're fucked.
Especially
our whole society.
Probably the COVID generation. The ones that like grew up with masks and being separated from people, they probably
a nose on their forehead,
from
the radiation.
Well, that's mostly Pittsburgh. All the Pittsburgh comedy scene.
Yeah, Arm Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Arm Pittsburgh. Love you guys, but you guys are gross.
Pits of Hellberg.
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys? You guys were born out of sludge.
Yeah,
the Pittsburgh comedy scene,
like the fucking Lord of the Rings monsters.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedy scenes. But yeah, they're definitely pulled out of the dirt when they were born.
Dude.
They have a guy with a tooth and a tooth. They have a guy that can eat 6 hot dogs.
Yeah,
they have a.
The guy he's got teeth in his nose.
Yeah,
he could bite you with his nostril.
They have a guy that's been to 50 halfway houses, just 25 full houses.
Just a regular drug addict.
Yeah, they have a old Jewish guy.
And now in Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania's fucked.
Oh, they have a mango man?
In Philadelphia, they got those guys that just have open wounds because they've been doing that trank stuff where it makes it so your wounds don't heal. Have you seen this documentary on YouTube?
Wait, hold up. Where is this and what?
Philadelphia.
What are they doing?
They're doing this drug called trank, which is like a tranquilizer mixed with heroin. And
so it's like a ketamine.
It's like an animal tranquilizer, yeah. But when you do it, you get sepsis in your tissues.
Oh shit!
So there's all these guys that just have open wounds, and the guy's like, "I clean it every day,
and it won't heal."
And it won't heal because you have to go to a doctor and get it cut off.
Yeah,
because it's sepsis. Oh no, necrosis. I keep saying sepsis. Necrosis.
Okay.
It gives you necrosis.
That makes more sense.
Which is basically the same thing a fucking spider bite, like a.
Yeah.
Those brown recluse spiders when they bite you?
Because sepsis is when bacteria gets in your bloodstream.
That's your blood, yeah.
So, like, when I got my original surgery,
yeah,
when I had this fucking anal abscess.
Anal abscess?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name's Arab Sis.
Arab Sis?
Arab Sis, yeah. But basically, they rushed me into the surgery room because they were worried that if it got worse, that I could get sepsis. Like, it would get in my blood.
My aunt died of sepsis.
Really?
Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah.
If you get like bad infections and stuff, you can get it. But this is necrosis, which is tissue death.
It was like the ant, the bug,
yeah,
died.
My pet ant from my ant farm got sepsis.
That's sad, dude.
Went into septic shock.
Yeah.
There's all the little doctor ants around them wearing their little white ant. So they doctor coats. Doing a surgery on my other ant. I was like, please save my ant.
You have a little ant hospital.
Yeah, I have an ant hospital. Don't tell Obama about it.
Obama's favorite targets for drone strikes: weddings, hospitals, elementary schools.
The funeral for the guy from the hospital.
Yeah, he had so much fun. With those. I think he did the most drones of anybody. So they get these big scabs essentially that eat away at the skin.
They get dead tissue. They have holes in them. They look like Walking Dead. They look like the monsters.
Yeah.
They're like wounds all over their body. And they die. They die if they don't get those things amputated because it spreads.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So
there's a really cool documentary on
what's wrong with
YouTube.
What's wrong with the state of Pennsylvania?
I don't know. It's fucked up. It might have something to do with the penny I put on the tracks in Ohio that flipped that train.
So in Philadelphia,
that train full of chemicals flipped.
Yeah,
I don't know. The Midwest is fucked. I don't know.
So now
is Pennsylvania the Midwest? Almost the Midwest. Philadelphia is kind of the East.
It counts as the East. Yeah.
Pittsburgh is like
the only
West.
The only redeeming thing they have is the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, they got and that's broken.
And yeah, that's broken too.
It's got a big old crack in it.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's a broken state.
Yeah,
they have everybody in Pittsburgh is was born. Yeah, is a nuclear fucking mutant.
Yeah.
They're a nuclear mutant, and everybody in Philadelphia their skin is eating itself.
Yeah, they're the zombies. Yeah. They're like turning into zombies.
I would love to see a battle between them. It's probably going to happen, the zombies versus the mutants.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's going to be good.
I got to send you that Trank doc.
You want to hear something that's not like Pennsylvania at all?
Uh-huh.
This new website I found called Cool Steeper Club.
Oh, I love that website.
It's kind of like a country club. So you pay a certain small amount per month, and guess what?
What happens?
Well, you're an exclusive member, first of all. Like, it's prestigious.
Oh, that's very nice.
If you tell someone when you're in high society, I'm in the Cool Steeper Club.
Oh, yeah.
Then they'll be like, wow. They'll invite you to their table.
You kill a baby, and then you get power in politics.
It's not that quite level.
Oh.
It's like right below that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the rich to the rich, but it's not like I guess it'd be level 5 of richness. Or no, level 4 of richness. Level 5 is when you get into the Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
So you can hang out with a level 4 of wealthy people, but you also get tea. This is like drinking tea, not testosterone. You get these big packs of tea, a bunch of different flavors. They send you different flavors all the time, and it's like iced tea. You make like iced tea.
Yeah,
like cold
brew. Cold brew. That's why it's Cool Steeper.
Oh yeah,
because it's cold brew tea.
Yeah, you throw this thing in this pitcher with a filter in it thing, and overnight it makes a bunch of good tea.
Yeah.
And I drink it on the plantation when I'm sitting and watching.
What are you watching?
On my rocking chair.
What do you watch at the plantation?
From
the porch.
I'm just like, oh man, this is some good and cool, refreshing, cool steeple club, and I'm just watching.
You making Arnold Palmer's and shit?
I'm just watching.
I should make an Arnold Palmer myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cool Steeper Club was founded in the 1700s, so I would imagine that they probably did.
Do you think they benefited from the slave trade?
I'm guessing that if there's any tea grown, the East India Trading Company.
Oh yeah,
Cool Steeper
tea
Club
comes from them.
A lot of slaves came from them too.
How about the British? They love tea, and it's all because they fucked with India.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're pretentious about their teas, but like it's really just like some shit they stole.
Yeah. Well, that's the only like decent thing that they ended up keeping.
Yeah.
You know.
And also
the spices thing is played out, but tea is good. Is actually really good, especially when it's cool.
I heard they also have good Indian food in England.
Yeah. But it's run by Indian people.
They have like some of the best curry in the world.
Mm-hmm. But if you type in promo code badcomedy on coolsteeperclub.com, you can get tea fresh from the East India Trading Company. And they got Kenyan Black.
For 25% off.
25% off when you put that in. Maybe even 30 or 40%, maybe 10%.
It's 25.
Well, you got to check for yourself, folks. Coolsteeperclub.com. Remember, this is high society, folks. What do you think the rich people drink? Tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want
do it?
Do you want to sit with them on the plantation? Yeah, and you do.
Oh, while we're here, I want to say this. We're on the free episode because people who will know, like, we did a promotion this month for. I don't know if you call it a promotion.
It's just
we did a gift. It was a
It was
gift
a
or perk, yeah, for our patrons, where you could get a cameo from me or Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally did the ones that came in, and I sent them out. So if you did one, I emailed it to you.
Nobody
or sent
selected.
It to you.
Nobody selected me.
Yeah, you. Marsh did.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you wanted to join, I think you still have time. I think May 1st I put was the end of date of the.
Yeah.
So if you want a cameo, like you could say for me or Mac to like cuss out your sister.
Yeah, and today is.
I cussed out a guy's sister. It was kind of fun.
Really?
Yeah. You want me or Mac to cuss somebody out in your name?
Zeke Zugler.
And then you could send a video to them of me being like, "Hey, I think your ass is too fat.
Zeke,
get on the treadmill, bitch."
Zeke Zugler didn't request you, did he?
No,
Okay,
he didn't.
Good.
He didn't write in yet.
Did Rory Songer request you?
No, neither of them.
I think they're mine. Those are mine.
They haven't written in yet.
Those are my fans.
tell them to hit up the Google.
Hey,
I'll share the form again on Patreon so people can try again. Before,
guys, just so you know, every once in a while I drop an Easter egg for a free month of Patreon, and a lot of you guys missed out on it because it was after I was rambling on my own on one episode. Adam Urbanski got it. I just want to remind everyone.
Hey, shout out to Adam Urbanski.
But it'll only be every once in a while that I'll do it. You never know. It could be every week. It could be, but whenever I do those, it ends after 1 week.
Did I tell you Adam Urbanski came over to my place?
Yes, at 6?
No, he did the ants.
Oh.
He's an exterminator.
Oh, he helps with the ant hospital?
He put poison all around.
He kills all the ants?
Yeah, he killed all the ants.
My.
But the wild ants.
Oh, did he give your aunt sepsis?
No, my aunt died from sepsis, remember? That might be why. Adam Urbanski killed my aunt.
Yeah, Adam Urbanski. It's
kind of fucked up.
Is
I'm now remembering that there's a real person I'm talking about.
I think I like it. I think I like Adam Urbanski again.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, Comedy Gazelle.
Ooh.
You or Jerry Hamady.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Jerry Hamady mainly.
Jerry Hamady.
Nothing against the rest of the Comedy Gazelle, but Jerry promised.
All the other people at the Gazelle, we respect you, but Jerry, we got a beef.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people in the Gazelle. It's a huge organization. I got beef with the founder and creator Jerry Hamady because Jerry Hamady promised Bad Comedy Podcast that we would be featured in an issue of the magazine if we won the award 2 years in a row. And we won the award 2 years in a row. And I never got a date from you, Jerry. I called you. You kind of said you were busy, dismissed me.
Wow.
So, Jerry, you now have 24 hours from when you're seeing this to give us a date.
How will we know when he sees it?
I'm going to post it as a clip.
Okay.
Or else I am turning against the Comedy Gazelle. I put my life on the line for the Comedy Gazelle just to be left on red. Jerry, don't make the wrong decision. You know what happens when you cross the bad boy.
I could put him out of business. I'll start something called the Comedy Brazier.
Yeah.
And it'll be like a comedians wearing bras, I guess.
Just make one called the Comedy Gazette and just make it better.
Yeah. I'll make the comedy newspaper.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just make a newspaper that'll be better than yours, and I'll just crush you online.
Yeah, we'll crush you online, bitch.
Well, I'm going to crush you.
We'll individually message all your followers because you're an Instagram thing.
Yeah. And we'll say that you... We'll say you're a P word.
We'll tell them the truth about you.
Yeah, we'll tell them that you're kind of like...
you're Persian. That's the P word? Persian.
Yeah. So that is so weird that the Persians run the media here. The comedy media.
They run the media.
The comedy clubs.
They book all the shows.
That's
Sahar and Jamie Masada.
That's wild. the Persian comedy cabal.
Yeah.
The Persian Chicago comedy cabal. Kabbalah Harris. Oh, we hit an hour. How about
Xerxes?
that?
Xerxes?
I like Xerxes.
He's running the Zanies.
Yeah, I think. What if the Persians run Birdhouse out of town? Because he's the only non-Persian.
Birdhouse is gone, isn't he?
Birdhouse? I don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking about Bert Haas, everyone. That's the founder of Zanies, I think.
Birdhouse is like a T-shirt you'd wear in the 90s.
I think
for a skateboarding company.
I know. Yeah, that was good. That was cool, actually.
Yeah, it was super cool.
World Industries.
World Industries with the little devil. My first skateboard I ever had was World Industries.
Yeah, and that one was like the water guy and the fire guy, right?
Yep, there was like a little devil water guy.
I had a deck like that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And also Spitfire. That was just
Spitfire,
fire guy.
Yep.
A lot of fire guys.
Yeah. My older brother gave me all his old T-shirts. I had a bunch of skate shirts.
I might start getting skate.
One of them I had a handgun on it, and I wore it to school, and then I drew it as a part of a picture in art class, and the teacher said I had to erase it.
Really?
Because I guess I could wear a shirt with a handgun on it, but I couldn't draw a handgun. Also, why didn't my parents step in on that? I was in the 5th grade. I'd come to school with a handgun on my shirt.
I don't know. People didn't care as much back then.
No, I guess not.
People always forget that times change as events happen.
Yeah.
You know? So, I have a gun on my shirt.
Yeah, you do.
One time I went to school with a gun taped to my shirt. And I was like, what? I can't wear this? It's free speech, you know? Oh.
Now that I think about it, it might have been that gun. You ever see that picture of a gun that was backwards? Like it looks like the trigger's pointing this way, but the gun points back at the guy shooting it. It's like a suicide gun.
Oh, I think I have seen that. Yeah.
It might have been that picture, which is even crazier to wear.
Yeah. One last thing I never got to finish saying is, you know that I have a lot of political ambitions. So I finally decided what I'm going to do.
Go ahead.
I'm going to run for treasurer, Cook County treasurer, against that bitch with the fancy jackets.
Yeah.
I'm going to run as a Democrat.
I mean,
I'm going to run as a Democrat.
You know, the only way you're going to win is if you up your fit game to compete with her.
You
have to compete with her on her level.
No,
You have to get the tightest fits.
I'm going to do the opposite.
You have to get Gucci bags.
I'm going to run as a Democrat.
Gucci handbags.
I'm going to pander so much as a Democrat. And then once I get in office, I'm going to completely flip the script.
Dude.
And
I hope this clip doesn't get out.
And then I'm going to be the most conservative treasurer we've ever had. I'm going to drop property taxes. I'm going to make the budget work.
You're going to kill homeless people.
Yeah.
I think that's the move for being the most conservative person
ever.
I'll
probably just move.
You're going to close mental hospitals?
No.
Put all the mentally ill people out on the street?
Well, no.
You said you're going to be conservative. Let's go.
Well, listen.
I'm saying let's go.
You're not letting me talk. I'm going to relocate them.
Let's
I'm gonna send them
cut food stamps.
I'm gonna do kind of like what the Texas governor did. He would fly immigrants to the places that were like pro open border. He's like, this is what I'm dealing with. So he would just fly them in planes and just leave them in like New York.
I believe that was an Amazing Racist sketch. Where he gets a bunch of people in the back of a truck and drives them somewhere.
Oh no!
A bunch of Mexicans back to Mexico.
No, the Texas governor really did this.
Yeah,
he would fly planes of illegal immigrants to states of governors that were like, "No, the border needs to be like open." And he's like, "Okay, here, see what it's like."
That seems
good
great.
luck. But what I'm gonna do is,
I think it's also an Amazing Racist sketch.
Yeah, it is, but it's the opposite. Because he's flying them up north, not turning them into ice.
Right.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close down the mental hospitals.
Yeah.
Fly them to...
I got an idea for you.
Fly them to San Francisco, and then all the poor people, fly them to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Maybe Portland. I'm going to fly them to Portland as punishment for taking down Teddy Roosevelt. That sounds expensive,
though. Can we put them on a bus?
Yes. Yeah, we'll put them on a bunch of short buses. Well, the people...
A Greyhound. I'm thinking like a Greyhound or a Megabus sort of situation. Well, I'm thinking
save
money.
The people at the insane asylum...
Plus, poor people love Megabus.
Yeah. We'll put all the poor people on a Megabus to Portland as revenge for taking down the Teddy Roosevelt statue.
Okay.
And then, all the mental people will...
You want to take down all these bearded guy statues? We'll send you a bunch of bearded guy homeless guys.
Exactly. And then we'll put all the mental people in short buses out there.
I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
To encourage like more traditional families, I think we should cut food stamps for single moms.
So they have
to get married. Yeah. So they
get married. There's more nuclear families.
Yeah. You want food? You want to keep your food stamps? You better marry somebody.
Why do they call it?
You better marry a guy.
They shouldn't call it a nuclear family.
Yeah.
It sounds like something that's
dangerous.
Bound to explode.
Sounds scary.
And not do well. Right. But we've done over an hour. We don't know if our guests are here or not. So
we gotta check. Why haven't they buzzed?
I don't know. Maybe they're not here.
All right.
But folks, we love you. Remember patreon.com/badcomedy. I'm sorry if we sounded smart earlier. That was a bit.
Yeah, it was just a joke.
Yeah, we're actually dumb. We're like really dumb. We don't know anything about history or philosophy or anything.
Nah.
But I do know the answer to every existential question. So if you want to ask me anything, I know the answer. I was the mystic who told Socrates that he was the all-knowing guy.
The oracle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the oracle.
I was the oracle. Mm-hmm.
The oracle at Delphi.
And you're the porkle.
Is that
you're the porkle.
Hey.
Yeah, it was the oracle at Delphi. Or Delphi. Dolphin. All right, folks. All right, Dolphins.
Flipper was kind of
at Cool Jason Melton, Jason Melton Twitch, Jason Melton.
Those are my plugs.
JasonMeltonComedy.com.
JasonMeltonComedy.com. I haven't updated in a while, but you can watch some videos of me or find my social media through there.
Discord. He doesn't know what it is.
I have a Discord. It's Cool Jason Melton.
Cool Jason Melton. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm at Bad Shit. I'm at Bad Boy of Comedy on all platforms. Every single one. Even I think the Truth app. I think I am. No, the Trump one.
Bluesky. I'm on Blue Sky.
Find Jason at Cool Jason Melton on Grindr.
I'm on Grindr BFF.
Is that a thing?
No.
And obviously catch me at every comedy club in Chicago headlining most weekends. And that's about it, folks. Thanks for coming on, Jason.
For having me.
Thanks for coming on, Mac. Thank you. You're welcome, Mac. And we'll catch you next week. We got a really exciting episode next week. And on Wednesday, we have an extra special one. But then another special one after that. And then 2 times per week, we have a special episode.
Join our Patreon and get a cameo before it's too late.
Yeah, you get basically this is.
Oh, this comes out a little later, so I'll extend the cameo thing for like another couple weeks so people can join.
Let's say May,
like mid-May.
Cinco de Mayo, May 5th.
Okay, you got to May 5th.
They got about a week. They get a little over a week.
Perfect time to get a Cinco de Mayo cameo, so we could say Happy Cinco de Mayo.
If you're Hispanic and you join on Cinco de Mayo, I will refund your first month.
I'll buy you a tequila.
I'll refund your first month.
Tequila.
Sorry if you're a current Hispanic patron, but you're cool. But this is just for bring your friends on.
We'll get you a cerveza.
Yeah, we'll get you a cerveza next time we see you. But tell all of you, I know Hispanics, they roll deep. You know, they got a lot of friends and family. They roll deep. Mm-hmm. So tell your pals to listen, and they can jaw at all of our jokes. So if they become between right now when I'm saying this publicly Tuesday, April 30th.
I don't know what it is.
If you join before midnight on Cinco de Mayo and you're Hispanic, then you get your first month free. And that's it, folks. We love you guys, and we'll catch you when the moon is surrounding the Saturn rings, when it's navigating the Saturn rings. All right, bye.